Hello and welcome to the shop, guys. How you doing today? I am out in the shop completely by accident. We actually had plans today, and my daughter, her high school soccer coach, called a last-minute practice today, and if you do not come to practice, you do not play in the game tomorrow, which I thought was kind of not a real nice thing to do on a holiday weekend, because I do know a lot of people travel, and they're probably coming back today. This is Monday, so wasn't overly happy with that, but one of those things, it is what it is, and she needs to be at her practice and be ready for the game tomorrow. So because of that, I had some free time, so I'm out in the shop. I don't know what I'm gonna do. It's a wreck again, where I've been in and out working on different things, but I'm just gonna kind of get started cleaning and see what happens, and definitely will keep you guys posted. I'd show you guys a couple things I recently picked up for the shop. At the car show last weekend, I went and picked up a 13mm wrench at the swap meet, and what I'll do is I'll grind the end of that off, and this will make a great tenon tool for my Bespoke pins. I picked up a couple of these flap wheels. These are, I think they were, there it is, 120 grit. I picked up 2 of them. They come in handy sometimes if you just want to clean up something using a drill press. I picked this this die holder, I'm sorry, for a $1, including the die. Now, I don't know what size die that is. I hadn't even really looked at it yet, but there it is, M10-1. Oh man, that's actually a size that I use in my kitless pins, so that's a bonus, but I bought it because, as you can see, it's adjustable. And I have a couple of dies that are too big to fit into my tap and die holder for the lathe, but I can use them in this. And then I picked up a little Ultra-Tang. You guys have seen me use my, now I got this at a shop. You've seen me use my torch, or my soldering iron, and it uses this Ultra-Tang. That's the fuel that it uses. It's just a ultra-filtered butane, I do believe. And then a buddy of mine dropped by and dropped off this, a whole bunch, when I say a whole bunch, there's a whole bunch of big leaf maple. Take a look at that. It's just absolutely beautiful. Don't know what I'm going to do with it yet. Some of it might get put in with some resin. There's some cool ends like that and that maybe, and the rest of it will probably get turned into pins. So that's going to be a lot of fun. So that's some of the new stuff that's come into the shop here in the last couple of weeks. I decided to work on my bandsaw today. I went ahead and installed the new bearings top and bottom, and on the table there was a little rust spot back here. It looked like some moisture got on it. I'm not sure how that happened. It doesn't really matter. That comes right off as long as you get it before it eats too deep into the table. I shot the tabletop with some WD-40. I'm just using some 120 grit sandpaper and really just sort of working it in. This will take any rust off, and any other imperfections on the top. Like, let's say there was a little bit of glue spatter on there or anything like that. It's all going to come off as I do this. And I'll go ahead and finish up with 220. I think I did a video on this a while back on my table saw, but I'll go ahead and finish up with 120, and then I'll come back, I'll clean the top off with some paper towel, I'll treat it again with a little WD-40, and then I'll run some 220 over it the same way, get it wiped down, and then we'll come back and put a nice coat of paste wax on it, and it ought to give a nice, smooth, clean surface. So should look really good here in a little bit. I finished up sanding with the WD-40 and a little 220 sandpaper, and then I went ahead and applied a coat of crystal clear paste wax. It's on there right now. It's drying. Once it hazes up a little bit, I'll go ahead and buff it off, and the top should be ready for use. Well, guys, so far I've had a really good time. Let me show you what all I've worked on. I finally finished with the bandsaw. I got the table waxed. It's just as smooth as a sheet of glass. I got it leveled to the blade, front, back, left, and right. I went ahead and I actually shot a video on this. As soon as I can get it put together, I'll put it out for you guys. This is a pin blank cutting jig. And essentially, this part goes against your blade. You will take a tube, you'll slide it onto this side, and you'll put a block of wood over here, and it will cut that block of wood the exact length of that tube. Now, what I did is I backed off my blade about a 1/16 of an inch. So this tube is about a 1/16 of an inch, or I'm sorry, this blank is about a 1/16 of an inch longer than this tube. So when I drill it out and glue it up, I've only got to sand a 1/16 of an inch off of the ends of this tube, and it's ready to go to my lathe. This thing would be awesome if you are turning a bunch of pins for a craft show, because essentially, you could put short tubes in there, long tubes, any size tube. You just drop them in, and every single time you get a blank that is 1/16 of an inch longer than that tube. So that is a really cool jig. Thank you, Tim Geist, for that one. Whew, I tell you what, it's hot out here. I've got the air conditioner running, but it's still pretty hot. I finished up that hybrid blank, and what happened is all of the Alumilite turned away, and I was left with the stabilized dyed blue cottonwood. But check it out, man, chatoyance. Look at the reflectance. That's what that word means, and this pin is absolutely incredible because as you rotate it, the pin changes. Absolutely love it. This one's going out to John Parker. It was part of a pin swap that I was involved in. Mike DeLauter put on a contest where he made a couple of blanks, and John Parker chose me as a person he would like to do a pin swap with, and I agreed to be a part of that contest, even though things have been so crazy around the shop lately. And really happy that I did. I'm super stoked about this pin. I know John's going to love it, and I look forward to receiving a pin from him. He hasn't started turning yet, so it may be 3 months, 6 months, a year down the road, but I look forward to receiving a pin from him made from one of the blanks that Mike DeLauter put together. This has been fun. Let me see what other kind of trouble I can get into today. Hey everybody, how you doing? Well, I finally finished it. The apple twig blank that I blew up. I cannot show you what I did to it. You're gonna have to wait for the video, but the blemish is on the other side of this pin, and I have taken care of it, and I want to show you what that is, but I just can't do it in this video. You're gonna have to hang on until I post a video on YouTube. Luckily, I've made 3 videos today. I just need to find some time to edit them, so hopefully you won't see a lot more than that from me because I'm really running out of time, but I'll get those videos popped out there for you guys, and hopefully you'll enjoy them. So I'm anxious to hear what you have to say about this pin because I'm pretty psyched about how it turned out. I think it looks pretty amazing. Stay tuned on the RJB Woodturner channel, and you'll see this one real soon. Well guys, that's it for me. I'm burning up. It's even with the air conditioner on, man, it's just so humid out here these days. It's been a great day. I put together 3 videos, which as soon as I can get edited, I got to get my computer set up to be able to edit. I've got a new computer. The old one went belly up on me, so once I get that set up, I'll edit this video, and then as I get time, I'll try to edit the others. The last thing I did today is I went ahead and I worked on this. This is that pin that I started at my club. We had our turning session about 3, almost 4 weeks ago, where we had 4 different turners turning at the same time. Let me, sorry about this, it's hard to do with one hand. And this is a pin that I started, a Bespoke pin that uses a Parker refill at that club demonstration. And I'm really happy with how it turned out. I'm going to take it next Sunday is the club meeting. I'm going to take it and show, because I didn't have a chance to finish it, at the meeting. So I'm glad I got a chance today to finally put the finishing touches on it. That's all I got. I've had a great day. I'm surprised I got shop time. Luckily, the holiday weekend, pretty well the place shut down. And when our plans changed, that freed up some time, which was good. I enjoyed myself today. Thanks for hanging out with me, and hope to get this video out real soon. We'll talk to everybody later. Take care and have a great evening.